and welcome back to my channel for this video, continuing on my series about how to pay sales tax in Canada. Super fun. I know it's not, but it's important if you're a small business like myself. So in my previous video, or in a couple of videos, so I did one about how to file GST and HST. I did one recently that I'll link in the description of this video, about how to file PST for British Columbia. This video is going to be RST for Manitoba. Very exciting. So yeah, let's just get into it. Let's just get into the good stuff. This is how you file your RST if you need to for Manitoba. Okay, so this is what it looks like once you've logged in to your tax access account for Manitoba RST. Now, Manitoba is actually a very small part of my business, but still, I do collect sales tax from some customers, so I had to sign up for it. So as you can see, very simple dashboard, has all my personal information, business number, all that kind of stuff here. As you'll also see right here, it says annual vendor. So this means the frequency in which I need to remit the RST that I'm collecting from customers. It may be different for you, but this is the one that they gave to me. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. There's some frequently asked questions. I think this is if you have questions for the tax, or no, there's just more information. Okay, not going to go through that. If you have questions, there's contact us, and of course there's some notices, but right now we're in my account, so that's pretty much it. Status, nothing here. There's a couple notices here. So, if you have notices, this is where they will be. And letters, this is where those letters will be, like, personal information, RST certificate, all that kind of stuff. Perfect. So let's get going. Let's pay our sales tax for 2020. I'm going to click on this number here, which brings me to this section where it says, filing period. It says, okay, you got to file your taxes for 2020, a return status outstanding, and then you can just click file now. Perfect. Now, so before we get going, because sometimes I find platforms easy and not, like the BC one for PST I found very easy. This one is very easy too, but again, they all have like kind of different ways of saying things. So, and I'm going to link this in the description. This bulletin, which I know is like 11 pages, it has pretty much all the information you need to understand what's going on. I know it's lengthy, but please do read it. It is helpful. But at the end, here we go. You'll see this is an example of, it looks like if you were to fill it out like a paper form, which we're not doing, we're doing a digital one, but it still kind of goes through the same things that we're going to go through on the digital platform. So it has like an example, and it has, tax collectible on sales, which you'll see is right here, tax collectible on sales. And if you're wondering, what does that actually mean though? So as you can see, it says using the top portion or working copy of the return, enter the total sales tax collectible for the period. And this example is from July to September on line 1. So it says in this example, it is enter $1,400. And it does that for the rest of these. So if you're like, what do all these mean? And how does it all work out? It explains everything in this section. So I'll link it below. Sometimes it's good to have like a bit of a guide. All right, I'm going to put my tax collectible on sales right here. Next, it's asking tax owing on purchases. And if you're like, what is that? Here's in the example, tax owing on purchases right here. This example is $70 and it's number 5. Number 5. It has the description right here on line 3 of the top portion of the return. Enter any sales tax payable on goods purchased or taken from inventory for your own use where Manitoba sales tax has not been paid. Since Manitoba sales tax was not paid on the computer purchased from an Ontario company for ABC Company's use, sales tax must now be remitted on its purchase price. The sales tax owing the purchase is equal to $70, which is $950 plus $50 times 7%. The tax is calculated on the total cost of the computer, which includes the delivery charge. So that's what that means. Also, too, I probably should point this out, and I don't think I even read it myself. This has the whole example. So ABC Company sells widgets and remits sales tax on a quarterly basis. The RST collectible for the period of July to September 2019 amounts to $1,400. They also purchased a computer from an Ontario company for $950 plus $50 delivery for use in the office. The Ontario company did not charge ABC Company Manitoba sales tax. This is a bit different than my particular situation since I'm an Ontario company, not based in Manitoba, but I charge my Manitoba customers Manitoba RST and GST, and I collect it. But in general, I don't, have any expenses that come from Manitoba. I'm not this situation, but you might be. You may be a Manitoba business based out of Manitoba. What I'm just trying to say is everyone's situation is a bit different. So it's very important to read this. And if you really still need some help, definitely talk to a tax accountant. So going back to me, tax owing on purchases, I'm going to leave it at 0. Okay, so, I guess it's pretty much simple, isn't it? It's tax collectible on sales, done. And tax owing on purchases, 0. Estimated commission. And going back to our little thing here, commission, deduct commission, number 4. Number 4, enter the commission earned for collecting sales tax on line 2 of the top portion of the return. Commission is equal to 15% of the first $200 of sales tax collectible plus 1% of the remaining sales tax collectible to a maximum of $58 per month. In this example, commission is $42, etc. So it automatically calculates that for you, which is lovely. Outstanding balance. If you have an outstanding balance, this is where you would put that. And I think there's also a section, 6, outstanding balance, including interest and penalties pre-printed on the return. This occurs if returns are filed late or tax underpayment or overpayment occurs. In this example, the $30 is an underpayment. Okay, so not for me, but good to know. So finally, total amount due. It automatically calculates that for you. Perfect. And then amount to be paid. Change if not paying the total amount. I'm going to be paying the total amount, so I'm not going to change it. And it says, note, if the total amount due is not paid in full, the commission will be disallowed and any arrears will be subject to penalty and interest. Oh no. These amounts represent the calculated values at the time your return was processed. So they're talking about the commission, outstanding balance, total due. Okay, great. Okay, so we're good. I'm going to click next. And what is it saying? Payment has not been made yet. To earn full commission and avoid penalty charges, the amount in the total amount due must be paid in full by the return date. These amounts represent the calculated values at the time your return was processed. Okay, perfect. And just going to click submit. I'm ready to submit my sales tax return. And that's it. Filed my return. And now I'm going to click this button, proceed to payment. Before you can submit a payment, you must add a payment source. So that is something that I now need to do. So I will do that on my own because I don't want you to know my personal banking info. But that is pretty much it. We filed our taxes. Then all you have to do is set up payment in here, put in your banking information. And then make sure that you have money in that account because it is going to withdraw that. And that is it. Pretty simple. All right, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Of course, like I mentioned, I have more videos coming along about the rest of the provinces. So I've got a video coming up for Quebec and Saskatchewan. And that should be it. There should be no more provinces. That's it. Like I am so... I wish everyone just did HST. And this is coming from someone who lived in Vancouver in BC during, and I can't remember what year it was, when we were supposed to get HST and we had a referendum because everyone's like, hell no, we're not paying any more tax. We're not doing it. Now, as someone who runs their small business, I kind of wish everyone just had HST. It'd be so much easier if we just had the one place to file it and pay it and just move on with our lives. But that's not the case. So more videos to come. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to like this video if you liked it, and make sure to comment below if you have any questions or a suggestion for a future video. So yeah, thanks again for watching. I will see you in my next video.